Right, good morning guys. So it is Saturday morning, so just one day out from the competition. So at the moment we are just in our Airbnb. So we got here last night, drive was absolutely horrendous. How long did it take us to get here yesterday? About 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, we were in London for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we was in London for 2.5 hours driving like 14 miles. It was ridiculous, but we got here in the end. Quite a nice little place. So I'm just about to cook up meal number 1 now. So keeping things very similar. So I've just got 6 egg whites in there and 100 grams of the cream of wheat. So this is gonna be meal number 1. So as you can see, I've got a couple of coats of tan on me now. I'm just going to go and shower off the excess after I've had breakfast, put another coat on, and probably one more tonight. Registration's at 5:30, so I think we're going to pop out today, run a couple of errands. We're going to go over to the Westfield shopping centre, because it's just across the road. Need to pick up a few bits, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to eat breakfast, I'll bring you guys along. I'll probably do it today and tomorrow and put both days into one, which will be my show day video. So give the video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and let's kill it. Right, so we're just in Oxford Street at the moment, and because I've been a miserable git for the last couple of months, I've got to make it up to the wife. So I'm taking her to a place that will make every vegan very, very happy. Let me show you what it is. The Deliciously Ella Cafe. Not sure if it's going to be anything I can have, but I'll just enjoy watching the wife enjoy some nice food.
Chia is base, coconut yogurt.
What did you go for? Peanut butter and jam bagel. Verdict? Standard lift ab check. Right, so we're just about to head over to the athletes meeting now, so we've got to register for 5:30. So it's 5 o'clock now, so plenty of time. It's only 5 minutes away, but in London traffic, I've given us 30 minutes because Friday was a nightmare. So literally for the last 3 or 4 hours, I've just been at home, relaxing, just putting my feet up. Been trying to pose like every 40-45 minutes just to really get good control, and also just to sort of move the glycogen around the body as well a little bit. I've not gone too mad on food today. It's just pretty much been, as you've seen, just the turkey, bit of rice and some broccoli like every sort of 3 hours. I've had 3 turkey meals today, and then my breakfast that you guys saw this morning. So once we've done this, I'm going to head back over to the accommodation we're staying at, and I'll show you what we'll be doing tonight.
60 za Ubera, tam z lotniska do miejsca, gdzie jedziesz.
A ile kilometrów?
No ale w sumie my zapłaciliśmy, wiesz, 8 km.
Right, so just literally got back from registration now. So registration was at 5:30, but because the show ran on, didn't sort of get out of the venue till about 7:20. But to be fair, the check-in was really smooth after the meeting. It was very, very efficient. Number 51, there's a lot of bodybuilders competing, a lot of people in the classic. So I think for me, just getting through to the top 5 and getting through to the finals would be an absolute victory in my eyes. So we're just about to have a meal, so I'm going to show you what we've got. So got a steak cooking on there, so I'm going to have a steak, a couple of eggs, and then I'm going to have that with 100 grams of cream of wheat, which you've seen. But best of all, I'm going to have 2 muffins. Literally all day today whilst I was walking around London, I was looking at every single bakery to try and locate the best muffin, but I stuck with Marks and Spencer's just because if you know it's good, it's not worth the risk. So literally, this is the plan for tonight. We've brought the mattress downstairs because there's no TV in the bedroom in here. So we've got a couple of movies to watch. We're gonna sit and eat some food. Lucy has got some delicious vegan food, what she's making now. So she's looking forward to that. London, especially Stratford, if any vegans are out there, is very, very good. So let's get this down as I'm going to eat this, and then I guess the next time I'll probably check in with you is tomorrow when it's show day. See you then.
Yeah.
Right, good morning. So it is show day. So it's about 7 o'clock now, so I'm literally just prepping my first meal. So to be fair, last night I didn't really eat too much after my final meal. A few hours later, I think I just had like a bagel with a little bit of that sort of like sugar-free jam, and then I also had a portion of cream of wheat a couple of hours after. But I didn't sleep a wink at all last night. I probably got about 20 minutes sleep. I don't feel tired. I'm really excited about today. Normally when I compete, I always look forward to the post food, but this time I actually don't really care about that. I'm more just looking forward to just getting on stage and enjoying it. It's going to be a really tough contest though, because in a classic physique there was like a full A4 page of competitors, so there's going to be, you know, it's going to be the hardest competition I've ever done. So to get a top 5 would be a win for me today, so that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm literally just prepping breakfast now. So I was going to have a steak, but I don't really want to have any, like, red meat sometimes it's quite hard to digest, and I don't really want to force all the blood into my stomach to be digesting food. So I want really light, simple digesting food. So I'm literally just going to have like 3 egg whites and 1 whole egg, and then I've got cream of wheat in here. So there's 200 grams there, so I'm going to split it up into 2 meals because I might have another one later. But this is what it is. I got it from America. It's sort of like baby rice, but literally like per 33 grams, which is 3 tablespoons, it only contains like, it's like 24 grams of carbs. So per gram of ingredient, per gram of carb is pretty good. So it's really easy to digest. So I'm gonna have that, a little bit of the jam in it. And then I'm probably just gonna graze. I've got a portion of cream of wheat that I'll probably just snack on throughout the day, because literally I don't want to eat anything like a couple of hours before I get on stage. I don't feel like I'm looking flat, I'm looking pretty big, like my stomach's coming in, I feel like my legs are coming quite nicely. So yes, I'm happy with how I'm looking. So I'm literally just going to eat this because I'm hungry. Ooh, also got that little bad boy as well, so I'll probably tuck into that. Hashtag muffin pumps. In the comments below, hashtag muffin pump. Right, so I'm going to get this on now, I'm going to eat this, and then I guess we'll go from there. So fingers crossed we get the result we want. But again, bring you guys along for the day. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, so literally just walking into the venue now. So it's about 10 o'clock. Show starts at 11. There's bodybuilders first, and then it's classic physique. So I imagine I'm probably going to get on around maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock. There's quite a few bodybuilders, so I'm not too sure. It depends how quick they run through it. So a couple of hours now just to relax, chill out, put my feet up, and then game day. Like, I'm not nervous about competing because this is like my 9th show, but I am nervous about the result. It's just a bit of anxiety really, because when you want something so bad and you've worked so hard for it, I don't want to be disappointed at the end, but I know that I look better than I've looked before, so I guess that's a victory in itself. So let's go in there, chill out, fingers crossed, see what we can do. So this is the calm before the storm. Chillaxing.
51, J. Richards.
Woo!
Right, so that is the competition finished. Unfortunately, I didn't place in the top 5. However, I was very happy and very satisfied with the look and the package I brought to stage. I've got no excuses whatsoever. My peak week was fine, my prep was fine, I had no issues whatsoever. I was just beat because the other people were, I would say, bigger than me. I think my shape was really good. I just had a look at my routine that Lucy recorded, and like my stomach control and my waist was absolutely tiny. Like, I think that was the only slight issue, is that they seem to be rewarding like the bigger guys, whereas in my head I always thought classic was slightly smaller and just more of a sucked in smaller waist, whereas a lot of the guys in my class, like, they were big bodybuilders. But it was the first time I've ever that class has ever been in the UK, so it's all a learning for me. So what I'll do from here is I've actually got a photo shoot tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, and then there's a competition in 4 weeks as well, which is with another amateur federation, which won't quite be as competitive as a professional qualifier, so I'm going to give that a go, and then hopefully call it a day there and just focus on a very productive off season, just to focus on adding in some size, because I was 10 pound under the weight limits. I was giving away like 10 pound on stage, which is a hell of a lot, especially if that's muscle weight. So I need to just focus on thicker chest, shoulders, arms, good year or two just to add some decent quality size, and I'll go at it again, because I still think that's the class for me. And I think as long as I can add the size and keep my waist as small as it is at the moment, I will bring a winning package. It ain't over yet. So we've just pulled up to services because we are hungry. Poor Lucy has had nothing but porridge to eat all day, but she is a super supportive, amazing wife. Right, so we're gonna go eat, so let's see what I'm gonna eat. Can't go absolutely crazy because I've got the photo shoot tomorrow, but I'm gonna have some nice food anyway. But I'm not, after a competition, if you go crazy anyway, especially if you've got a sensitive stomach like me, you will regret it. So let's go and see what food they've got. Right, so we've gone for a quick Subway. So I've got a foot-long steak, cheese with lettuce and onion, packet of crisps. I'm really like craving savoury food at the minute. I've got myself some cheeky little cookies as well.